How do you feel like you guys as a team are feeling heading to Waco?
I feel like we're feeling really good. We've been playing some really good tennis, getting after it every day, and I feel like definitely like heading into Waco, it's like the same heading into like every single match. We've been having the same routine every day and such, and yeah.
I mean, you already know where you're going for coffee and everything. I mean, just playing so close to home, being familiar with the courts. How much does that play into?
Yeah, no, that definitely like plays a very important role. I feel like we've been to Waco like a million times, especially in the fall too. They have a ton of tournaments there, but I'm really excited. I think we all are really excited because a lot of the fans might come out there and support us, and that really does play a factor when you're playing, and like the atmosphere is going to be great and such. And yeah, I'm super excited.
When you remember about coming down to Texas and adjusting to the heat, how much of an advantage is that going to give y'all, considering you're going to be in a very similar climate as opposed to the teams that have to travel for this?
I definitely think it gives us an advantage. I mean, we play in this heat like for months in the fall, and then like at this time it gets around that time too. So we train in it all like literally every day. But I feel like for us it's definitely a bigger advantage because a lot of the teams I don't think are really used to 105-degree weather. So yeah, it's definitely going to play a big role.
What do you remember of the previous match earlier this year with Tennessee?
The previous match, well, we played them away at home, and they definitely had a crowd and all that, but it was definitely a very gritty match. Tennessee's a pretty gritty team, but we overall, like, we as a team collected ourselves, and we played how we knew to play, and we lost a doubles point, so it was definitely, we definitely improved on our doubles since then, but I feel like overall, like, it's going to be a good match, and I'm really excited. I'm sure all of us are really excited because it's always a good match with Tennessee, but to beat them away, like, at their courts, and now we're playing at a neutral site, that's kind of a bit of a ease.
You know, Coach Weaver has adjusted some of the doubles lineups in recent weeks, so how much of a factor has that played into what you described as improvement in doubles?
I would say it's improvement just because I feel like, I mean, even before, like, our doubles was pretty good, but I feel like now with the new pairings, like, Mary and Mia have played with each other since freshman year, really, and then me and Lexington have played with each other quite a few times, and Nicole and Lou, same, so I just feel like right now it's working pretty well, and we're all, like, adjusting really well, and yeah.
You mentioned playing with Lexington. Where have you seen her grow the most this year, her first season in college?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I feel like after indoors, she just grew mentally as a person and a player. I mean, she had like a rough go at indoors, and then ever since then she was working very hard before, but then after that it was kind of like a turning point, and she's been doing just amazing ever since. Like, she's been really holding her ground at six and just going for it.
I'll ask you too, what do you enjoy the most about the team coffee shop trips? And
the team coffee shops, I think it's just such a great feeling because we used to go to Starbucks all the time, and I feel like now, like, nothing against Starbucks, but I feel like the local coffee shops, like, it's just like so fun, like, to go as a team, and like obviously the coffee there is just like better in my opinion.
And you'll talk about having close team camaraderie. How important is it to have stuff like that y'all can?
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, when you get to the later rounds and when you get to like playing all the good teams, like, everyone's good, and it really just matters like how you are like as a team. And our team, like, genuinely all of us are best friends with each other. You can go to anyone and say anything, and I feel like when you have a team like that, like, it really plays like a long factor, like winning matches and such.
And how does that help kind of with the balance? You touched on how intense this point in the year is, having that camaraderie and those kind of off the court outings. How does that help with something as intense as this point in the year?
I think it helps because it's always like a matter of having a balance, like, just in general with tennis and like your life. And I feel like all of us are pretty, like, we make like Mia said, like, very lighthearted jokes like about tennis and such, but it's like all of us have like a really good balance outside, and we have movie nights and then such like that, and then it just like kind of like gives us like just the fun time that we get like away from the court. So I feel like that just really helps us in the long run.
You talked about Lexington's growth. How big can that be, kind of one player to kind of give the kind of tip the scales for one team? I mean, last year Carson comes in late and kind of gives you that final push. This year it could be someone like Lexington who has kind of grown into that role.
Yeah.
Just how big is that when you want to not just be a great team, but the national champion?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's definitely great. I mean, to have, like, obviously, like, everyone trusts everyone, like, on the team, but, like, for sure, there's just, like, so much trust in Lexington on six. She's just proven herself, like, time and time again. Like, she just comes out there and does her job basically every single time. And I feel like Lexington being there is, like, just a great push, like, just because she's very level-headed player, and it's just really great to have her.